You know, it was constant negative statements like that I had to deal with. Now, the way I'm dealing with everything is I got school every day, which I'm finding peace there, and I'm lifting weights now every day. But every time I look around, this thing, me getting robbed, she telling the story to everybody. And she telling the story that somebody just came up to me and took my stuff. Now here it is. This 14-year-old kid get jumped by 15, 20 people, teeth knocked out, jumped on, could have ended up in the hospital or even worse. But you sitting here telling people this story that they just came and took my stuff. The way I continue to deal with things, I worked out more and more. It helped me to deal with everything that had happened in the past and all the things that was even happening every day. I started finding peace in working out. I wasn't no longer thinking about smoking weed every day. I got the weights. Now, in the beginning of the summer, June, I'm working out one day, had the weights up in the attic. My sister calls me downstairs and asks me, had I talked to Huey? I told her no. I hadn't talked to him since Friday. It was Sunday. So nobody had seen him all weekend. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm going back to the weights. Now, the next morning, get informed, Huey has been killed on his motorcycle. The news for me was devastating because here it is now, in a year's time, I done lost 3 people close to me. And without Huey, it ain't nobody to even talk to no more. So now, the way I'm dealing is I'm hitting the weights all day, every day. Because now it's summertime and school is out. So weights then became my everything. And I was hitting the weights so hard because while I'm working out, I'm thinking about everybody who done died. I'm thinking about all this. So I'm working out hours and hours at a time. But at the same time, I'm training to fight 15 or 20 people. Because that ain't happening to me no more. I don't care how many it is. They run up on me, they gonna get the fight of their life. When I'm working out, I'm shadow boxing. I'm lifting weights, I'm doing push-ups, sit-ups. I had many days of working out, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours straight. But I'm working out. The frustration, the anger. I was getting so big that everywhere I went, people were staring at me. They was looking. They was talking. I just go outside on the porch. It would be some old guys sit on the porch drinking. They looking at me like, oh man, look at how big he is. You know? I go back to my old neighborhood and see people I ain't seen for a while. I had an older guy. He said, hey man, where you been? To the military? I said, no, I ain't but 14 years old, but I was so big. I didn't look 14 in the body. My brother June was back at my mother's house, and he was over there with his friends, and we playing around, just wrestling. None of these older men could handle me at 14. Why? Because of all the anger, all the frustration, everything I've been through was put into the weights. And it gave me the strength. So now, all I do is work out, I read muscle magazines, I stay in the house, I ain't getting in no trouble. I'm thinking about being a bodybuilder because I done made so much progress at such a young age. This is what I'm thinking about now, and I'm working toward it every day. So one day, I hear my sister talking again. All he do is stay in the house and lift weights. It don't make no sense how somebody his age, all they want to do is stay in the house all the time. I tell you, I don't know. It just don't make no sense to me. She telling this to everybody. Her friends, the few family members she talking to. So guess what's happening? Now, when they come around to see me, they feeling like because she done told them this story in a negative way about what I'm doing, so they feel like they could say something to me in a negative way. So here they come. You can't just stay in the house all the time lifting weights. You know, there's more to life than that. Other people come. Hey, you gotta live your life. You can't sit in the house all the time. You too young for all that. Now, this happening over and over again. And all I'm thinking in my mind, how is it that all these older people can't see I lost 3 people close to me in a year? That's more than any child know how to deal with. I see grown people today lose one person and they go through so much behind it. But how y'all don't see this kid, what he's dealing with? Not to mention all the other stuff that took place within our family that I was in the middle of. Ain't nobody thinking about that. They coming at me for something I'm doing that's good and making it out like I'm doing something wrong. And I'm thinking about, man, just last year, the summer before that, I'm out here smoking weed every day, all day. I'm drinking. I'm getting into all kinds of trouble. Beating people down with baseball bats, fighting, selling drugs, all kind of stuff. Now here it is, I done turned my whole life around on my own. In the house, lifting weights, ain't getting in no trouble, ain't thinking about smoking and drinking. And y'all coming at me. It only made me angrier every time I hear somebody saying something. Now,